Hey, Aidan. How are you doing? Sam Witwer here. Leonard, come over here. You want to say hi to Aidan? My dog is growling at me. It's cool. Hold on a second. Leonard. Let's see if I can get him to come over here. Leonard, what are you doing? He's being cute. Anyway, Aidan, hey. Ebony wanted me to talk to you a little bit about what it was like to play Starkiller and then move on from that to Darth Maul. And what was that all about? First of all, Starkiller happened because you can see that I'm a little bit of a Star Trek nerd, right? Starkiller happened because Amy Beth Christensen, an artist at Lucasfilm, created this concept piece for Star Wars The Force Unleashed. And when David Collins saw that piece, he said, Sam, you've got to send me your headshot, resume, and reel. And I'm like, what do you mean resume, reel, headshot? If it's for a video game, why would you need to know what I look like? He's like, dude, because you look like the character. I'm like, but so what? What is it's a video game? Like, no. We're doing something different. Video games are going in a direction where your face is going to be in the game. I'm like, what? That's madness. And he's like, and Darth Vader has a secret apprentice. I'm like, what? And he's like, forget I said anything. Just send me your stuff. And during the audition for that, my Star Wars nerdiness definitely helped me get the role. In that, like, there was this scene where Starkiller is assembling his lightsaber with his mind, and he's supposed to be meditating. And we did the scene in a million different ways, but I always started the scene with just like he was really tense when he was meditating, and he's white-knuckling it. And the director said, hey, we've been doing the scene all these different ways, but every time you've started it all tense. I'm like, yeah. He's like, why? He's meditating. I'm like, he doesn't. How does he know how to meditate? Who taught him? Would Vader have taught him to meditate? No. No way. He's a Sith. He thinks this is how you meditate. You force the pieces together and you make it do what you want it to do. And at that point, I saw a bunch of Lucas people look at each other and they were like, so, they were like, let's get this nerd. Fast forward to that led Dave Filoni to hire me for the Son of Mortis on Clone Wars. And I think he started liking me when, like, Anakin and Padme did this wonderful... Anakin and Shmi Skywalker did this wonderful scene where the ghost of Shmi Skywalker appears to Anakin and, and he's like, I have a wife. I want you to meet her because it's his dead mother, right? And they do this wonderful scene, and then I'm like, well, and they're about to move on. I'm like, oh, wait, there's a problem. We gotta do that again. And Dave, he's like, okay, new guy, what's the problem? I'm like, he wouldn't say, I have a wife, I want you to meet her. They met in Phantom Menace. And Dave takes his hat and just goes, oh, God, of course. Because Dave knew, and at that point I'm looking over at, everyone's looking at me, and I look at Ashley Eckstein, and she's like, I've never seen anyone outgeek Dave Filoni before. And the whole thing was that I'm gonna try to condense this story. Basically, if you watch The Son of Mortis, watch the first episode, and notice that I'm kind of... the character is not quite as well defined. But he doesn't say that much in the first episode. And I remember being all insecure and being like, oh my God, and he just kind of sounds like a generic Starkiller, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with this character. And he's supposed to be the dark side of the Force. That's what the Son of Mortis is supposed to be. He's supposed to be the dark side. So at some point I say to Dave, hey Dave, are we concerned that the Son just kind of sounds like Starkiller? And Dave took one look at me and he realized I was about to lose confidence. And if an actor loses confidence, they're sunk. You just spiral and it's a disaster, right? So Dave, very cleverly, decided to lie to me. He said, well, I hear what you're saying, but Starkiller had a connection to the dark side of the Force, and you are the dark side of the Force, so it's okay if they sound alike. And that sent me home with my head spinning, because I'm like, wait a second. Okay, I get that he just made a lie to make me feel better. But that's a great idea. In fact, if that's true, then... and Starkiller's connection to the dark side means the Son of Mortis can sound like Starkiller. Well, then the Son of Mortis should sound like all of the villains that had a connection to the dark side. Vader and Palpatine, Dooku and Maul. So the next time I came in, and there was a lot of dialogue, if there was a line like, sister, so I see you brought a friend, I'd say, sister, little Vader. Sister, so I see you brought a friend. A little bit of Palpatine at the end, friend. So I started doing that, and Dave was like, hey, I think I see what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, should I do it less? He's like, no, do it more. That's how we're going to get away with this. And from that madness and weirdness and us jamming on all this Star Wars geekiness, eventually he said, okay, so you've heard we're probably going to bring Maul back. I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know about that. He's like, yeah, what do you think about that? I'm like, oh, it's risky. He's like, okay, well, we might have something for you down the road. Oh, cool, like a bounty hunter? He's like, yeah, okay, thanks for coming in. See you later, man. And then a year later, he called me up and said, I need Maul. Can you do it? And that wasn't him saying like, oh, are you interested in Maul? Do you like Star Wars? Do you want to do it? Do I like Star Wars? That was him saying, are you the right guy for this? Be honest with me. We're friends at this point. I need Maul. Can you do it? You know, basically asking me if I couldn't, I needed to be honest with him. And I could feel him losing confidence because he was afraid of this whole Maul thing. And what did he do when I was afraid and losing confidence? Well, he lied to me. So I thought it was entirely appropriate to lie back to him. I need Darth Maul. Can you do it? Yeah, man. No problem. When in my head, I'm like, no, I can't. This is ridiculous. No, we're going to crash and burn. This is a terrible idea. We're going to lose. Anyway, so that's how it all started, Aidan. I'm sorry for all that long story, but Ebony said that you might like it. And there's more to the story. If you guys want more, feel free to book another cameo. But there, I've just given you oh my God, way too much talking. I'm so sorry. My apologies, Aidan. You're awesome. And may the force be with you.